Hi, everybody. I'm Michael Cole, joined here by Eddie Guerrero.
Hey, Michael.
Hi, Eddie. How you doing? And Rey Mysterio.
Cool.
We get set to take a look back in time to 1997 Halloween Havoc Mask versus the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. You know, Eddie, you actually had spent a lot of time early on in your career wearing a mask as well. The Black Tiger, right?
Black Tiger in Japan.
He was one of us. He can't hide that pretty face anymore, huh?
Yeah.
Now, you guys had an interesting story. We were talking here before we went on the air, as you see Rey now coming out to the ring, about what happened leading up to this big matchup at Halloween Havoc. And Rey, why don't you pick up the story and tell me what happened?
Well, you know what, Cole, if I can rephrase this, and Eddie was aware of this, it's hard for me to have beef with anybody. You know, I get along with everybody in the locker room, and that very night and a week prior to that, I had beef with my boss, Eric Bischoff, and I was pretty much put on the spot where my mask was on the line, and I didn't want to be there. So it was a hard night for me.
Eddie, how did you respond when you found out this news?
Well, you know, I kind of knew what was up, and I was in the back, and, you know, I love Rey. Rey's grown up with me in this business. He's like a little brother to me, and I just saw him in the back, and I knew what he was going through, and I went over, I don't know if he remembers, and I sat him down. I said, hey, man, I said, no matter what happens, I'm going to take care of you.
I do.
I said, you're gonna look like $1 million, and by the grace of God, you know, this is our chance to stick it up their butts, you know, and the only way we do that is in the ring. I said, so, you know, let's do it. Let's do it in the ring.
I got to mention that God was on our side that night, and he made us look both like $1 million. Definitely. I got to go with that look, Eddie, man. I love that look.
The old Latino heat look
like
that
I do.
We're aware of. Did you like this look compared to what you have now?
Yeah, I did like it. It's just a pain in the butt.
And look at Rey. Rey wearing all purple. That was unique.
That was one of my first costumes that I started to break out, coming from the movie industry. The movie The Phantom just had come out, and I wanted to do something similar to that. And I came out with this outfit right here that's similar to The Phantom.
Now, you gave that young fan, I believe, the mask.
Yeah.
And that was important to you, and it still is, to involve the fans in every aspect of everything that you do.
Definitely, especially little kids. You know, they're my followers. They're the ones that look up to me, and I got to represent to the fullest with them at all times. Now, this right here was adrenaline rushing completely.
Well, I was going to ask you, Rey, this is big time now. This is a big pay-per-view, Las Vegas, Nevada. The fans were all over ready to start things. And were you ready for this match, considering your mask was on the line?
You know what? I was ready. It's straight up in my mind because Eddie, wrestling with Eddie, I know nothing could go wrong. I got my back taken care of. It's like going into a fight and you know you got your homies with you,
right,
and you're not going to go down unless they all go down. So that's the kind of style I bring into the ring with Eddie. Nothing could go wrong with him.
Now, one thing we noticed is you see Rey Mysterio flying all over the place. Eddie, when this matchup started, the familiar chants of Eddie sucks filling the building, even back then.
And making me smile, too.
Now, Rey, when you when you said Eddie's out there and it's like being in the ring with one of your homies,
right?
And was it to the point where Eddie knew basically everything you were going to do in there, and vice versa, you guys could take care of each other?
Well, you know what? In a way, yes. And we grew up with the same style of wrestling. Eddie definitely he guides me through the ring. He guides me each and every way, step by step. And God, I have learned so much from him. And it's incredible how you can just go up there and have a good time. And this is one of the matches where I was up there. I was feeling every moment of it. I took my time doing all of my moves, and everything was just on the spot, just hitting it.
Now, Eddie, you got to help me out here with my Spanish.
Sure.
Mascara Magica?
Máscara Mágica.
Okay, close.
Magic mask.
Now, you wrestled as that in Mexico.
Yes, unfortunately.
Now,
I did.
From what I understand, now my facts may be wrong, but from what I understand, you became the only wrestler in luchador history to dishonor the tradition by voluntarily taking off the mask. Is that true?
Yep.
Now, tell me now. I know you don't want to talk about this, but tell me the story. Tell me the story a little bit.
Doesn't bother me. I'm a rebel at heart.
Tell me the story. What happened? What was it?
No, it just got disrespected. I got a lot of promises. They didn't come through with the promises. At this time, AAA had broken off, and started their own elite group. And, I went to AAA, and they were going to work a mask, match me losing the mask. I said, no, just let me go take it out.
And you did?
Yeah, I did.
I remember that. That was hard. That was hardcore.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it was. It was because the other company was watching, the other company that he was with.
Right.
So when he did it on TV and he unmasked himself, the other company was going, oh, my God, what did he just do?
Now, it's one thing to do that, and it would have been another thing for Rey Mysterio to actually lose a match, forcing you to take off your mask,
Yes,
right?
definitely. And I think Eddie Guerrero, the name says it all. He has generations behind him where I think he didn't need the mask. People knew him for who he is and for who his family was. And I think when he took off the mask and he showed the people who he really was, the people I think responded a lot better to Eddie Guerrero than Máscara Mágica.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you saw a few moments ago Eddie trying to take the mask off of you, Ray. At this point in the matchup, you got to be getting a little bit concerned that Eddie may pull this mask off before you even lose it.
The only thing about this, and I was very secure, the mask comes down with the turtleneck, and it's part of the shirt.
Right.
So you can't take the mask off. You're going to have to rip it off.
But were you having trouble seeing at this point? It looks like your vision was a little...
Well, the thing is, Eddie tried to rip my mask.
Right.
that material, that silver material is very strong.
Just trying to make it where you can breathe,
Where I can
breathe easier. That's all.
Thank you.
Now, Eddie, Ray had mentioned it about the tradition of your family, and let's talk about that a little bit. Let's just talk about the fans who may not know, the history in the Guerrero family. I mean, it's just a long and storied United States, Mexico, Japan. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, my dad started wrestling a long time ago. He went into the gym to learn how to box, and there wasn't any boxing, there was wrestling, and there you go. He started wrestling, and it took over from there. My dad was dedicated, heart, soul, and mind to anything he did, and that's what he did with wrestling. And we were a poor family, and by the grace of God, God used wrestling as a tool to bring my family out of poverty. So I'll always be grateful to God, and always be grateful to wrestling for providing a better living for not only my father's family, but myself,
You remember that?
Do I remember that?
I was going to ask you. Come on, tell us.
When I see it on TV, I remember. I was knocked a little loopy there.
Once in a lifetime. I've never done that before.
What's that called?
I can't perfect it. It was I would have to say a backflip DDT.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never been able to do it again. This is one of the other, well, not this one. But that itself was one of the moves that I've never been able to do again. It
Really?
was once in a lifetime, and
was it because of the person you were in the ring with?
Yes, the chemistry. The chemistry is definitely there.
Ray he's a complete package, man. He wrestles anyway. His shine is obviously in his flying, because nobody can fly like him. He's got his own style.
Right.
Like everybody can dunk a ball, in the NBA, but nobody can dunk it like Michael Jordan can.
Right.
He's got that style of dunking the ball that just makes it so special. That's the same thing with Rey Mysterio. All these other guys can fly and do these moves, but nobody can do it like Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio just has that character, that charisma about him in the air that only he can have. And that's a gift. That's a special gift of God.
I think I got to go back to the way we grew up. And Eddie is probably he grew up the same way I did. At 2-3 years old, I was already in a ring playing around. So this has always been my life.
You were wrestling professionally at 8 years old or something,
well,
right?
At 15.
15.
Yeah,
right.
15. But
I got some Tazisms in me now.
But I pretty much I would have to say that I was raised in a ring, and I love wrestling. Every time I step out there, it's a blessing to be out there.
Now, Eddie talked about his family tradition. You had some as well. You could not wrestle under the name of Rey Mysterio until you proved yourself, right?
Right. I wrestled under the name of Hummingbird, which is colibri in Spanish. And they used to make fun of me a lot back in the day. But my uncle actually gave me that name. He said,
"Whoa, a little West Coast pop, early version, right?"
Yeah, early version. Back in the day, 97. So since I was doing a lot of high flying, he said, we're going to call you this, Hummingbird. I said, no, I want to be Rey Mysterio Jr. He's like, wait, prove yourself. 2 years later down the road, out of nowhere. I was in the ring. I was wrestling under Colibri. And right before the bell rung, my uncle came out and said, I got a special announcement to make. And I was like, what's going on? He said, well,
almost a 619.
That's a once in a lifetime too.
Again.
Once in a lifetime. So before the match, he said, you know what? Announce to the fans that he wanted to announce that from now on, I was going to be Rey Mysterio Jr., which is a big shock to me.
Wow. You remember that, Eddie?
Now,
I don't remember it. I just see it on TV.
that was the second time I did it, and the first time I did that with Eddie in Mexico City in AAA.
Really?
Yes, and
That's
we
right.
did.
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one of the things about this match we're watching here from Halloween Havoc, there's a lot of stuff in both of your guys' playbooks that we haven't seen.
Right. And you
at
probably
least
never
in a
see
while,
it.
or
You
in the
probably
States.
never see
Well,
again.
you haven't really had a chance here to see it with us. You know, we really haven't had a chance here to battle. You know, and the time will come.
You had one.
Yeah, we had one.
Yeah, that was a real good one. I remember
It was
that.
fun.
Now, Ray, you seem like you look at the mask there. You've been having problems with this mask the entire match.
Yes, it's by this time it's Eddie had ripped it.
He blames it on me. It's a bad seamstress.
Bad seamstress. I already got a tear on the left eye, so I got to keep on pulling it down because the mask keeps on pushing up.
Now, seriously, how difficult is that when you're in there trying to work a great match, and now you got a problem with a mask? I mean, is that a problem?
It can be to a point where you're trying to run, you're trying to hit the ropes, and the mask is moving on you constantly. So you gotta fix it where in order for you to keep your eyesight. So it does get bothering sometimes.
Now you got problems with the ripped mask, and now Eddie's got the mullet all in his eyes.
Yeah,
He's having
so we're
problems
both
seeing
on
out
the
of
same level.
See, we both learned.
Seeing out of there.
I cut the mullet off, and Ray got his mask done better.
Eddie, what do you do from what we're seeing in this match? How has your style changed over the years to where we are today? Would you say, or has it changed?
I think I'm just slowed down a little bit. You know, slow down. You know, not how do you say? Not because I've had to, because I've wanted to.
Right.
And you know, it's
And explain to the fans too. When you say slow down, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily don't have the stamina or anything like
Right.
that. You're slowing down for the purpose of telling a better story.
there. You go. That's it. You took the words right out of my mouth.
That's
you know?
something I've learned from Eddie.
It's just time.
When I work with him, that's something that I've definitely picked up from him, how to slow down and how to tell a story in the ring, and not just spot fest, move after move after move.
I was going to say it's hard for what you do to really slow down when you do a lot of the high flying maneuvers, but you've found a way to do it.
But yeah, and I love it. I love slowing down. I love. For so many years, I've just been going back and forth, and now at a pace of slowing down makes my career long-lasting, and it works better for me in the ring.
Well, it also helps if you're an underdog as well. The fans feel that.
Right.
The fans are going to feel it more out of you.
I have to say this right here is one of my favorite moves that I've done.
Now, what is this?
with
Describe
Eddie.
this for me.
I think we call this the Splash Mountain.
Yeah, you and
But we always do it, and I let
Oh,
go.
my God.
Eddie, for some reason or another, I kept on holding on to him. Usually I let the guy go.
Right.
Well, I landed right
For
into
some
the
reason.
West Coast pop position, so I
Right.
ended up on top of him, which I've never done before.
Now you pick up the victory here, and of course you get to keep the mask, and that had to be a big relief.
Of course. The mask, the belt, and ACL surgery.
Wow, really? Really?
No,
Oh.
just playing. Knock on
And Eddie,
wood.
again, this was a great match for both of you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ray.
Awesome.
Thank
Well,
you,
thank you guys
Eddie.
for
I
being
love
with
you.
us.
Bless you, bro. I
I
love
love
you
you.
too, man.
Again, that was some. Oh well, you
Cheap
know,
shot
yeah.
me always.
And what was that all about?
Huh?
What was
Cheap
that all
shot.
about?
That's a Guerrero
The Latino
temper.
heat, right?
That's the Guerrero temper.
Again, mask versus cruiserweight
Nothing
title.
personal.
Halloween Havoc, 1997. Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio. Guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
It was
Coach.
great. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ray.